Hey, how's it going? I'm Sean, and this is Indigenous Patriot. Thank you for joining me. So it's been a little while since we've had a conversation, and here we are. Before I get started, I just want to discuss the angle that I'm going to be taking the channel. I do this once in a while. I'm going to continue to do the news. I'm going to continue to do reviews, and I'm going to continue to do my commentary, but I'm going to do it in such a way that is less partisan, because I feel like I can accomplish the goals that I set forth without having to just straight up insult people that I don't even know. Let me be a little bit clearer on that. Am I going to be discussing politicians that I feel are missing the boat? Yes. Okay, so that's not going to change. But I'm not going to be attacking the constituency, because I thoroughly believe that these people have been raised the way that they've been raised. They listen to the news that they listen to. It's like an upbringing thing. And when we really look at individuals on a per person basis, we see that they're not exactly that different from us. I mean, of course, there are some extremists. I'm not denying that. But just a general person wants food on the table, safe place to live, and you know, they want to be patriotic to their country. And I mean that for people across the spectrum. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know that a lot of times I lean a little bit more left on some things, and I have some, you know, more right-leaning views, but generally people kind of picture me more left-leaning. If I allowed that perspective to, that complete, you know, left-leaning perspective to color the entirety of my view, I would miss out on some beautiful moments. I know somebody that's a conservative. That person means like a lot to me, and I would have missed that person if I did not open my eyes up to the fact that, you know, just because they are a conservative doesn't mean that they're the enemy. Okay? That seems like a simple concept when you think about it, but in the end, how many families have been destroyed by the current climate? How many people have stopped talking to their friends? On Facebook, you're unfriending people. On Twitter, you're blocking people just because they happen to be not of your particular political view. Why are we doing that? Well, I think that part of that happens to be ratings and votes. So instead of all of us coming to the table and discussing a middle point on how we want this country to go, because we can come to consensus, we've been doing it for years, you know, with varying levels of effectiveness, but we've been doing it for years. Instead of coming to the table, we are just summarily just flipping it and saying, I'm not sitting at the table with this guy because he believes differently than I do. And you know what? That's your prerogative. If that's how you want to live your life, then that's your prerogative, but it's not in any way going to push us forward as a country. It is not going to do that. What it's going to do is continue to split us, and eventually there will be some kind of reckoning. Okay, we've already seen what happened with the Capitol insurrection or riot, or however you want to put it. Okay, that to me is just the beginning if we don't get our ducks in a row and start having conversations with one another. We need to hold these politicians and these news pundits and things accountable for the division that they are spreading, because I thoroughly believe that they're doing it completely on purpose. They're cognizant of the effect that their words have on people, and they're utilizing their fears to push that divide. I'm not saying all the politicians, and I'm not saying all the news people are doing this, but there are clear indications. I mean, there are people that are just perpetually lying all the time, and if you actually look them up and see what the actual primary source documents and things say, like Like if somebody's making a claim about something that happened in court, you can actually go and look at the court documents in a lot of cases. You'll see that they are straight up lying to us. So these are the people that we need to push out, okay? Instead of just going, yeah, all politicians lie, maybe we should just go, you know what, let's stop voting for that guy. Instead of going, you know what, this news channel might lie sometimes, but I like the way he talks. No, he's lying to you. When you find that out, don't just switch into acceptance mode, accountability mode, because it's literal propaganda, and it happens across the spectrum. I have fact-checked things from the left, and I fact-checked things from the right. When money is involved, you really have to question, you know, what their words are and if they're utilizing, you know, the source of that money to color what they want to talk about. Like, for instance, if you're dealing with people that are saying, we don't want renewable energy because we prefer the oil, you want to go, are these people like genuinely believing that, or are they getting paid by the oil companies? This is just a for instance, okay? Start holding these people accountable. Stop letting them divide us. We're Americans. We have the power to vote. Our votes will determine the electoral college that pushes us forward. Stop letting these politicians limit that as well. There are certain states currently that are trying to make it so that they can determine the final outcome of the vote, even if it goes against the popular vote. So they're trying to strip the ability to determine who the next president or whatever happens to be if they don't agree with it. That is anti-democratic. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Arizona's GOP right now. Okay? We have to take a moment and step back from the incendiary conflagration that we are currently living in, where everybody wants to fight the other side. We need to step back from that and take a look at what's going on. I believe that some of this is smoke and mirrors designed to keep our attention over here while they're robbing us over there. Okay? In any case, this is just a rambling conversation. You may agree with it, you may not. If you have things that you want me to talk about in the future, please leave a comment down below. I'm thinking of doing some more interviews, so if you want to be interviewed, it doesn't matter what you do. I'm interested in interviewing real people and seeing what you want out of this country, seeing what you believe we could do to push us forward. Just let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Hit me up on Twitter at WIKWEKO. I'm Indigenous Patriot on all social media. I want to talk to you. I want to have the conversation that allows us to know that we all aren't that different. Okay? We all aren't that different. And we can find love in people that are different than us. In any case, Lepichkanau, I will see you again.